Hello and welcome to another episode of Good Clean Gaming. I'm your host Shalindo, and today we're playing more Euro Truck Simulator 2. So we're gonna back out of this hotel that we slept at last night and get on the road. You know you're driving something big when it goes beep 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 when it backs up. There's a joke in there, I know, but we're gonna go with trucks today. We're going to the job market, and we're going to go to the freight market, and we're going to see what freight we can job. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Where can we deliver this to? Here's one. Nope, 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 nope. I want something new. I want a new town. You're not going to give me a new town. This is awful. Don't tell me I have to deliver back to somewhere else again. I just delivered up here to down here so I could get another delivery, and no, it's not going to give it to me. I am angry. I am furious. I am the walrus. And I am cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. What can I deliver from here? Because apparently that's where I'm going to have to go. These all go to Kosice. I cannot get out of Hungary. Okay, this is out of Hungary. Kosice is out of Hungary. What area is this? Slovakia. That's where I was. I wasn't in Croatia. I was in Slovakia. I had my geography mixed up. That's in 2 hours and 20 minutes. I feel like I can make it there in 2 hours and 20 minutes. So let's go pick up that load. And we're going to go super fast because we have no load on the back. Let's go across here. Always look both ways when you cross intersections. It's exactly like I didn't do there. Use me as a good example of what not to do. There's a bus in front of us. Come on, bus. Move. Must get going. Seriously, go. What's taking you so long? So much caffeine. Caffeine is so good. You know, I saw a YouTube video by CGB Gray. CGB Gray, by the way, incredible channel. Ah, I'm speeding. No, slow down. I'm gonna lose all my money to speeding tickets. That so did not count. I deserve to be able to go the speed limit and faster on that road where I was earlier and just got in trouble. Right turn. Saw a video by CGB Gray. He basically talks about the joys and awesomenesses of caffeine, and it is great. Don't go too crazy on caffeine, but when you do use caffeine, I mean, he basically gives caffeine the credit for everything up to the, everything including the Renaissance. Essentially. I mean, he doesn't say for sure, but he says, it's a pretty nice coincidence. So I think it's pretty interesting that, caffeine speeds people up, makes people think faster, stimulates them, makes them talk way too much while playing video games. All these kind of things are from caffeine. And so I highly recommend it. It is very good. If you've never had caffeine and you have parental supervision and permission, or you don't need parental permission or supervision, then go ahead and enjoy. That's what I have to say about that. All right. So now we're going to try to get to Kosice. Try to get to Kosice. If you are from Slovakia, please comment below and tell me, how do you pronounce Kosice? Is it Kosice or Kosice? There's somebody next to me. I can't go that way. I need this person to get out of my way. Come on, cars can go faster than that. 80 miles an hour. Perfect. So, is it pronounced Kosice? Let me know in the comments. In the, doobly-doo and what people call it. All these things that people call it nowadays. Doobly-doo seems pretty common. We used to call it, back in my day, we used to call it a description and a comments box. So, oh, look, hot air balloon. We never see that. We never, ever see that, except all the time. But still, I think it's an awesome touch. You don't want to have just a blank sky. You like to have balloons up there. It's a nice thing. I heard that they're working on a new weather and lighting system in this game. I think that would be awesome because I'm already very impressed with the weather and lighting. And if they're going to make it even more awesome, then that's just awesome. Even more awesome is even more awesome than awesome. That's what I have to say about that. Look, birds. Birds. That's a lot of birds. I am so hyper right now. Just driving. Driving. Oh, look, a car. Car. What kind of car is that? Can we tell what kind of car that is? Oh, it's one of those nondescript cars. You know, the kinds that don't have a maker model. Yep, those kind of cars. It's for when you're paying too much attention and you realize that, oh yeah, they're not going to have real... They can't have real make and models in this game because they'd have to actually, you know, pay for rights to use symbols and all that kind of... all that jazz. And it would make making a game like this insanely expensive and not worth it. So they made the right choice by making every car a car made by no one. So it's getting a little dark up there. I think the sun is the sun setting? What time is it? 21:13. So the sun should be setting soon, and we should be getting our first true night driving. I just got credit for some free roam, which is awesome. Free roam is when you drive around without a trailer on the back. There's actually achievements related. I think there's achievements related to free roaming, which is pretty awesome. Some of the achievements in this game, by the way, are kind of insane if you've read through them. There's one on there for driving on every single road in the entire map. And I know there's probably millions of viewers who are watching this right now who are just going to say, oh yes, totally, I totally drove on every single road in the entire game. And kudos. I'm going to look up the word kudos when I get done with this video so I know what that means. Kudos. I know what it means, but I mean, I don't know where it came from, but I'm just curious. Kudos for driving on every single road in the game. That is an amazing achievement. I am so proud of you. So very, very proud. I'm going to give you a hug now, but since we're on the internet, I can't actually give you a real hug. So I'm going to give you a virtual hug. All right, you ready? Ready? Here we go. There we go. Virtual hug. Hope you enjoyed it. So we are on, it looks like we're on the M3 highway. I think this is the one, if I'm not mistaken. Is this the one that connects Debrecen to Budapest? It also goes north. I checked out a map. This was back when I was going to do trivia about all the countries in Europe and all the cities, and I was going to be like, oh, this town has this museum, this town has this thing to see, and oh, look how cool this is. And I was going to do the whole like tour guide kind of thing, drive around Europe and be a tour guide. But I realized after, I mentioned this before, but I realized that was going to be a lot of work. A lot of work. I mean, I was going to be sitting in spreadsheets for days. It was going to be a lot. And so I said I can either do a ton of research about Europe and work and figure out how to pronounce every little thing, which, by the way, you know, if there's something I'm pronouncing wrong, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear about how horrible I'm pronouncing these things and correct my pronunciation. But until then, I'm going to pronounce these things horribly. And, yeah. So I'm not going to be doing the whole spreadsheeting of Europe thing like I was planning. I compared that to, I'm going to randomly drive around, pick up loads, and deliver them, and just talk like a crazy person. And after comparing those two options, I said, yes, talk like a crazy person sounds like the right thing to do. So we're going to do that. Oh, look, a street light. Never see that every day. Oh, look, another one. You never see that one every day. Oh, look, another one. You never see that every day. Look, farms. I may have drank too much caffeine. This is a really narrow road. And how come, I want to know how come all these buses are empty. Is it a conspiracy? There's some kind of bus conspiracy? Are buses getting in position to take over the world? Hey, a car. Oh, I just saw where I could see my speed on the GPS. I remember there was a place you could see a digital readout of your speed, and I kept looking at the dashboard because I was like, I know there used to be a place. Did they remove it? And this entire time it was right there. That's just silly. So now all I got to do on the GPS device, I just have to make the top left number match the bottom left number, and then I won't get a ticket. That's all you got to do. That's a lot of the game. You'd be surprised, even in real life. A majority of the game of driving and a majority of the real life, you know, driving is making two numbers match. The one on the road, that on the sign says speed limit, and the one on your car. Just, if you make it match, never pull over. People pick on me a lot because of that. I try to never go over the speed limit unless I'm coasting downhill, and then because I have cruise control, and on the cruise control, if you set it for like, its speed limit's 45 miles an hour, and then you set it for 45 miles an hour, and then you go downhill, it'll get up to like 50 miles an hour, and then it'll try to slow you down. That's the way mine works. Some of them work where, you know, keeps you right at the speed limit, and those are considered, I think, less efficient. But, you know, I end up going downhill and going, oh, brakes. Love those brakes. Let that car go by. Okay, one of you cars have to let me go because, you know, I'm a truck and you're a car. This is how wrecks happen, when people try to steal my lane. So anyway, yeah, I get picked on. Well, picked on, probably not the right word. I'm an oddball. You didn't know that already, did you? I'm an oddball when it comes to driving because I will go the speed limit and not a mile per hour higher. And only recently did I let myself coast downhill with the cruise control on to up to, you know, a couple miles above speed limit. But for the most part, you know, for all intents and purposes, I do the speed limit. And I know everyone else, not everyone else, most other people are like 5 over is the rule of thumb that everyone else uses. And I don't know, it's just something, I like to obey all the laws and all the rules. It's how I've been raised. It's what I base my beliefs on. And, you know, I'm getting way too serious with this conversation. So I don't like the speed. I just, I actually kind of like being a very relaxed driver in real life, not in the game. You've seen me drive already, but in real life, I'll just kind of be like, you know, I'll get there when I get there. I'll kind of take in the view and, you know, relax and rest and go the speed limit. You know, that's all I do. There's nothing wrong with that, right? And I'm not gonna fault you if you guys want to illicitly break the law. Bunch of lawbreakers. I'm not gonna fault you for that. I'm not gonna pick on you or call you names. Bunch of lawbreakers. Breaking all the laws, lawbreakers. I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't do that. So, all right. So getting on the road. It is still not nighttime yet. I thought for sure. Oh, I was like looking at the bottom right hand corner and thought it was the time. That's the arrival time. Silly goose. I'm a silly goose. Why are gooses silly? People say that. People say silly goose. What exactly makes a goose silly? Did someone who invented that term, did they have like a lot of geese, and like one of their geese were like being like silly, and they pointed at him and like, ha ha ha, silly goose. Was that the origin of the term? I get really obsessed with origins of phrases and origins of terms and origins of words. I like to know where everything I say comes from. And so when I hear stuff like that, and I say it to myself, and I'm like, really, who came up with that and why? And some of it's simple. I've done a lot of research on phrase origins, like hundreds and, you know, well, hundreds. I won't say thousands because I don't know if it's been thousands yet, but I feel like it's getting kind of close because I do a ton of research. So phrases, you know, you find out where they come from, and you're like, whoa, I didn't realize it came from that, and it's all like, boom, psh, mind blown. It's awesome. I know it's, you know, studying, in this case, English language and seeing the origin of phrases. That doesn't sound like party, but I'm telling you, I mean, like I read up on it. It's like party, you know. It's like it's just awesome. So anyway, we're getting close to our starting point. 50 minutes into the video, we're getting close to our starting point for the delivery. So we might actually cut it and do the delivery next video. I'm gonna take it right here. Oh, that's the sound. We missed that, didn't we? Nature. Oh, green light. Gonna go up here. Gonna take a left. We're in Kosice. Cold Slice. We're in Cold Slice. Apologies to anyone who lives in Kosice, Slovakia. So what are your videos about on Euro Truck Simulator? Oh, mispronouncing European city names. That's like 50% of the video. It's just, yeah, cold slice, Kosice. Cold's nice, yes. That's like most of it. Is there a European city that you would like me to mispronounce? Comment below and let me know. Driving with my truck, my Volvo. Driving up to the building, turning on my blinker, switching lanes randomly. Coming up to the front here and making a turn right about here. Not even gonna slow down and boop. Epic. Look at me go. Turn off that blinker. Alright, so I'm going to take a break here. If you'd enjoy this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and remember, keep it clean.